Welcome back, everybody, and it's been a while, that's for sure. I think it's been like a week since I haven't uploaded. Life. That's all I'll say. But it looks like the next banner has been announced, and it is Thunderbolt. If there's also the freebie units, that was also a big giveaway. But it's funny how the freebie units are basically the URs. They're the same suits, same pilots and everything, just slightly different pictures. So I don't know, take that as you will, but it is cool that we are getting Thunderbolt stuff. Of course, it's also new Eternal Road missions and all that, but we'll go over the trailers and then abilities and whatnot. So volume warning, heads up.
あんたに負けるわけにはいかない。このジャズが聞こえた時がお前の最後だ。
So that was the trailer for the new Thunderbolt units. They are both not limited, which is always nice, but from what I've seen with the dev site from the build strike, not being limited, it kind of hurts. They're not the best units, but yeah, we shall see. They'll probably be good for the new Eternal Road and all that. Let's read the abilities real quick. I don't like Lowe's art. His pilot art. It looks very weird. He looks skinnier than Daro, the guy without limbs. For some reason, Lowe looks skinnier. We'll look at his picture again later. But let's go over the Psycho ZAKU. Let's see, read the abilities. Psycho ZAKU EX. It is a support with Barrage EX. They just call any weapon Barrage at this point. Equipped with an EX weapon that damage taken from special weapons up 25%. New special weapons meta at this point. Also has the ability that increases all mobility by 15%, so he's a PvP unit. Gotcha. Increase damage dealt to enemies and acquire more boss, the usual bonus up. From what I see, he's just a PvP unit at this point. The mobility up, The pilot, Daryl Lorenz, also a support. 2 support attack counters, also the minimum range of beam and physical weapons also increased by 1 when piloting the ZAKU EX, the Psycho ZAKU EX, and the vigor is supercharged or higher. So I guess that's like a new meta now where newer pilots will get that ability. So he's the first support. We'll have to see how good his suit is, though, the Psycho ZAKU, to see if this will actually matter. But, this is a broken ability regardless, having an extra range. We'll see if he has MP up, though. That'll be the main deal breaker. But we'll see. He seems promising, though. The suit seems a little bit... it seems like he was made for PvP at this point. The extra range and all that. Support, mobility. Seems like a PvP unit. And here is the full armor Gundam Thunderbolt. Durability type, I guess because the free-to-play one is a attacker. They just said let's make it a defender. Barrage EX, like I said, they're starting to just call any weapon Barrage. It's easier like that, I guess. Equipped with an EX weapon that decreases the enemy's physical weapons power by 25%. Not sure how good that'll be, but Iron Blood stages beware, I guess. Story missions. Also has the ability that reduces damage taken by 30% when the enemy attacks with physical weapons. I guess the new Eternal Road will have physical weapons. He seems like he'll probably be pretty good there, but yeah, if they're using physical weapons, then beware, but usually every enemy has beams, so we'll see how good this is. He'll probably be good for the new Eternal Road again, but we'll see. I don't I don't like that jank ass art. He looks skinnier than Daryl, man. And you have your limbs. Anyway, up to 2 extra support defense guarantee. That is always nice. Also has a character skill that restores own HP by 50%. Yeah, he's good. He's gonna be a staple if you don't have like Jonah and all that, or Mikazuki. He's basically good. He's basically just them, but you know, UC, I guess. He's just an extra Jonah, I guess. Having 2 extra support defense is always nice. So he's probably gonna be meta in PvP just because of the double support and the 50% HP. You could run a team with Jonah, him, and Mikazuki. Free annoying defenders, fully duped. Thunderbolt. That's gonna be a fun time. But there he is. Not too detailed. They seem pretty basic, all things considered, because they are not limited. So here is the supporter, Claudia, Pier, and Beehive. Mobile Suit Gundam series, which is always nice. They don't, there's like own specific tags, but they just mostly put everything in Mobile Suit Gundam if it's related to the 1 year war, or yeah, basically if it's related to that time. Like G-Quox, obviously it's not Mobile Suit Gundam, but but they count it as it. So all stats receive a 25% boost for that Mobile Suit Gundam series. The support skill also restores HP. That's also really good. I can see her being good for a Turner role, probably PvP, just because of the HP ability. So that's very good. Seems like a really solid supporter. And yeah, that is basically it for the new units. From what I see, he's probably going to be the best catch. You would want at least 1 copy just for the pilot. The pilot's going to be amazing if you don't have Mikazuki or Jonah. Just remember, this is also not limited, so they ain't going anywhere. But they're still, from what I see, I hear that all the time, that they're not limited, they're not going anywhere. But I have never pulled any of the non-limited units since Justice and all that. So take that as you will. If you really want these units, at least wait till their full abilities are out, or only like 1 copy. Daryl seems like a full PvP unit, and full armor Thunderbolt seems a little bit too specific, but we shall see. And the pilot is amazing, like just straight up. But yeah, that's basically about it. Support is also pretty solid. This is a lot better than the Death Scythe and the Star Build Strike, or Build Strike, whatever. But yeah, that is basically about it. Don't know when I'll upload again. 4G internet is complete doo-doo, so who knows. That's life, but that's not the point. Whatever. I'm gonna end the video.